Hey everyone, this is Cool Kid here, and we'll be doing another one of my One Piece discussion videos. Specifically, we'll be talking about Yamato again. Wait, Yamato again. But before we get into the discussion about Yamato, I'd just like to say, a little something beforehand. Yes, I've read the latest chapter of Attack on Titan, and I'd just like to say the review will come out, I'll start working on the review, as soon as this video's uploaded, so you'll just expect, the Attack on Titan review, chapter 130, to come out soon, so don't you worry, it'll be out before you know it. So, let's get into Yamato, which, personally, I kind of wanted to talk about Yamato in chapter 983, but I'm very, very thankful that I waited for chapter 984 to come up, because, oh my god, 984 has given me a lot of good stuff, like a lot of really, really, really great fan art of Yamato, which I'll link that stuff in the description. That seems generous enough. I mean, from the arts that I like to see from that, they make great art. So I'll link that in the description. For some of the artists I found, but and just a lot of great stuff is coming out of chapter 984. But I guess we should really start with the discussion, breaking down what's been kind of all revealed to us thanks to this chapter. I guess I'll have to mention Yamato and his gender reveal. I'll just try to make this short and sweet, but Yamato at the end of the chapter 984, it was revealed that Yamato was a girl, which, yes, that kind of was a pretty big shocker, but, even the title card says, let's see, where, it has the character names, it's Daughter of Kaido Yamato, and here's the thing, I'm going to call Yamato, give him male pronouns. That's where I'm going to, leave it. I call him he and stuff like that. Just due to the fact that, even in this chapter, he says Kazuki Owen's a man, right? So I'll become a man. So, and even, Kaido says, my idiot son. So, as of right now, that's where I'm leaving it at. If things change, I'll have to, obviously change in the upcoming chapters. But as of right now, I'll just call him he and Yamato and stuff like that. Okay? Okay, alright, we're good with that. Okay. Just want to get that out of the way so, that doesn't become a problem later. But I guess one of the interesting things is, first of all, is when I saw, when, Yamato took off the mask and, I guess, robe, what, Yamato actually looks like, which, one of the interesting things that I guess I just didn't notice while first reading the chapter is, her horns. They kind of do have Black Maria, where, Black Maria's horn is, white or whatever color it's supposed to be because it's a manga, but I'll just say white and it fades into a black. So, from this, a lot of people have just been saying, well, they have very similar horns. Could they be, mother and daughter or son? But, you know what I'm saying. Black Maria's Yamato's mom. And personally, I just don't think that, just due to the fact, one, while, yes, it's very true that they have very similar horns, I think that'll play an important part later where, at least Black Maria, it's going to be revealed that her horns are real. And they're going to be an important plot point because I feel like that's an important note. whatever it's going to be, even if it's something like I don't know, ancient, some kind of, they are descendants of ancient giants or something or whatever. But personally, I just don't think they're, related, just due to kind of the sole fact that, one, well, we don't really have any evidence of, who could be Yamato's mom, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that, personally, I just have the feeling that it's going to be revealed that Yamato's mom is dead. I personally don't know what kind of situation it'll be, but I just personally have that kind of feeling. But hey, prove me wrong if I have to. Yeah, I guess I'll go into the discussion of, her knowing Ace, with her at the end of the chapter saying that you remind me of Ace, which, that makes sense. Luffy is Ace's brother. So the interesting thing is she knows Ace, and earlier in the chapter, let me just scroll up just for my sake. Give me a... He says, this reminds me all more of him, our fights together, which this, I like to guess this implies it's probably Ace. It definitely could be, I don't know, someone else, but I'll just have stuff right now. It's Ace. So personally, what I like to think what happened is, if you remember earlier in Wano, we got the whole thing how, Ace landed in Wano for several weeks. Remember that flashback? Well, I wouldn't even really call it a flashback. It was like a small mention. But, yeah. Ace was there for several weeks. So, what I think likely happened, because, we want to know. We can, as most people make the guess, is Ace try to, fight against Kaido. But I feel like with this detail, with Yamato fighting against Ace, not just once, but multiple times. I like to think, at least, from what's being said here, is Ace tried to fight against Kaido. Yamato stopped him, and Yamato was like, look, there is no way you can defeat him unless if you defeat me. And Ace tried to defeat Yamato, but he just couldn't. Eventually, he, left Wano, and, the story ends, I guess, there. I mean, whichever way it goes, it's not a hard guess to make, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of, Ace flashback, or, I mean, actually, it might actually be a flashback, told by Yamato, but there's going to be some kind of Ace flashback involving, what exactly, Ace did in the past, and what that involves. I mean, as of right now, I really can only give you guesstimates. I mean, I have no honest clue. And like the weird thing is that I have noticed is just the fact that Ace went there. I think when Ace went to Wano, he wasn't part of the Whitebeard crew. I'm not, I don't know. I think, yeah. I think this was before, he joined the Whitebeard crew. So, he will obviously wanted to, take down Kaido. So it kind of just doesn't make sense why, Ace didn't fight Kaido. I mean, there's even a possibility that Ace did fight Kaido and he got, I don't know, completely decimated. I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of things we personally don't know, and I feel like, whatever, Ace's involvement, we're going to find out soon with Ace's flashback, and, I feel like whatever this involves Ace's flashback, it's going to put, I guess, more important details on Kaido with why did he went to Marineford, because you remember Marineford, it was mentioned that Kaido was going to Marineford, but was stopped by Ace, and that's really interesting. And with this new detail that was spread out about Yamato knowing Ace, it really makes you think. And people thought, wait, did Kaido came to Marineford to save Ace, or try to save Ace? And my only real problem with that is, obviously Yamato and Kaido have a very, I guess, not close. They have a very not good relationship, and I just doubt that freaking, I don't know, Yamato would be like, hey Kaido, I know you hate me and everything, but can you save Yamato? And Kaido's like, oh yes, I'll save you, because I will show you how great of a dad and caring father I am. Well, I'll just save him just for you. I might not approve of you wanting to be like Oden, but hey, I just don't see that. I mean, I really doubt that's what happened. I mean, hey, maybe Yamato wanted some of Ace's will of D, and Kaido got pretty pissed and wanted him dead. Oh my god. I am just terrible. I'm sorry. I'm terrible, but yeah, I feel like I'm having the, but I do agree with the, incentive of Kaido came to kill Ace when he, when he was going to Marineford. I feel like that's what's going to happen, whatever, it's going to be. But yeah, just that's the feeling I have. I don't know. Whatever we find out, with this upcoming flashback, which, look, this flashback will only be probably a chapter long. But don't worry about it, look, it's going to be 2 or 3 chapters long, just enough to spite me, right, Oda? But, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about, the little mini Ace flashback we're going to get. We're definitely going to get that. We're definitely going to find out more about this whole, I guess, Yamato and Ace relationship coming up. I guess next I could talk about how Yamato has Oden's logbook, which is kind of an important detail because, like most people, people guess that Yamato got Oden's logbook or journal, because if you guys remember the Oden flashback, it was told through the perspective of Oden's journal that he brought with him while on his journey, and that's kind of an important detail. So basically, from everything that Yamato should know about Oden, everything should come from what's told about us with the flashback. But there are some kind of important things that people kind of forget. If you remember with the journal, I believe the journal stopped around, I believe Oden stopped writing in the journal just before he went to fight Kaido. So the journal stops around there. Everyone's got to remember that. And it's not like with the journal, it's like, okay, he got into Oden prison, and he's like, okay, here's a pen, and you can continue writing in your logbook journal. No, so obviously, especially since even Yamato says, I found it in the logbook in Curry, so obviously Oden hid it somewhere, someplace, so they Kaido and Orochi wouldn't be able to find it. But I guess another thing is everything that was told through us through the flashback, like how the the Red Scabbards got, something got displaced in time, and, where they are kind of now, and, you're leading up to modern time. All that stuff is pretty much unknown, kind of, to Yamato. And even in this chapter, Yamato thinks pretty much the Red Scabbards are dead. And obviously, as an audience, we know that to be kind of just false. But through Yamato's perspective, that's what he knows. And also, I guess I should mention that, there might be some things in Oden's logbook, that things that we didn't find out in the flashback. I'm sure there's information that, as being, I guess, kept from the audience that we'll learn later. That'll be important for stuff outside of Wano, which I guess I'll talk about, this great segue for, Yamato's appearance outside of Wano, meaning Yamato for Straw Hats, which, okay, here's the thing for Yamato for Straw Hat. I'm all for it. Honestly, I really want to see more Yamato, but the only problem, it's not a real problem. I just don't, I just feel like it's kind of early, because, you never know who will become a Straw Hat, because I'm sure whenever, whenever Frankie, Robin first appeared, they were straight up introduced as enemies, antagonists to the Straw Hats, and now they are Straw Hats themselves, and the opposite can be same. So it's always tricky gauging who's set up to eventually become a Straw Hat. And honestly, I think pretty much pretty much since Chopper, there hasn't been anyone that I've guessed, who would have been, becoming a Straw Hat. But, I would love to have, Yamato as Straw Hat. Honestly, I don't know. I would love, everyone else's, reactions to, whatever Yamato does. And, I mean, the big reason why people just say Yamato for Straw Hat is, the whole fact Yamato's trying to replicate it, be like Oden. And Oden went on, a journey with Whitebeard and Roger. And, people are using that as a, a good reasoning. And I agree with that. But I just have to say, with someone joining the Straw Hats, you never know. While I personally would love it if Carrot joined the Straw Hats, which, hey, that could happen. Yamato and Carrot could join the Straw Hats, having two crew members join at once. I would be, down for it. So I just want to see more Yamato. But where was I before I was talking about the whole Yamato join the Straw Hats again? Oh yeah, about the fact of Yamato, the Oden's journal might contain, information that's, important after Wano. I think that's a very likely possibility that we're going to see. Do I have any clue what it is? I have no idea what it is. I've heard people saying, oh yeah, it lists where the final poneglyph is, because, final road poneglyph, because I think during the flashback, we do find all the locations where all the road poneglyphs are at, and the last one that we basically need that we don't know is the one that was on Fishman Island. And it's the interesting thing is, people say that, but how would how would Oden know it was moved? That's the thing I'm thinking here, because I don't know, because you still gotta remember, it's Oden's journal. Stuff that Oden would not know wouldn't be in there. So you still gotta put that into perspective. Just gotta remember, it's still Oden's journal. It's still Oden's logbook. Anything that Oden would not just learn is not in there. And I just see no way of Oden would be knowing where it would move, because when it was in the Roger crew, they stopped there and pretty much just left. They just copied they pretty much copied the poneglyph and left. So I have no clue, what important information that's going to be kept down, but I doubt it's going to be, whereabouts about the final poneglyph. But I'm generally just try to see what other information that comes from him having Owen's journal logbook. I guess I'll just mention the fact that he actually did witness the legendary hour-long execution, born to be boiled. Yeah, so that's definitely interesting, because one, probably explains why Yamato has such an admiration for Yamato, but him witnessing the execution does at least give me, makes my, I guess age guesstimates right, because with Yamato's age, you still got to remember, the fact that Yamato has to, remember this stuff, and you remember this, what was it? Yeah, it was 20 years ago, and you remember the execution. You just have to put in your head, well, he has to be old enough to remember this kind of stuff, and if I remember, I think, Tama remembers, Ace, and that was when she was 4? Yeah, 4, because that happened 4 years later. Yeah, okay, got that right, 4. So, putting Yamato at that point, like 5, 6, 7, or 8 years old, I think that would be, a good estimate. In my personal opinion, that would be a good estimate, but, that's what I got with the, legendary hour execution. I mean, I personally want to do this, but, I'm not surprised if, someone goes out there and, probably, reads chapter, what was it? I forgot what was the chapter number, but, when the chapter where Oden got executed, probably someone will look in the crowd and be like, Yamato's right there. You could see that person, like right over there in the corner, in the audience somewhere. I'm sure someone will find that, but someone will when I can't. But I guess I'll talk about, Yamato's, strange relationship with Kaido, because it's kind of interesting. Well, not with Kaido. Well, I shouldn't be saying with Kaido, but specifically Oden, because, especially with this arc, this arc has pretty much built Oden up really high with, even Momo trying to want to live up to his legacy, and then you got, Yamato literally wanting to be like Oden, and then you got Kaido. Kaido's interesting because, from what I think so far is, that, obviously, this so far, I think Kaido will have some kind of interest in, Oden, because, you got his son who, is like, oh my god, I love Oden, I want to be like Oden, he's the greatest. And, even him, obviously, after his battle, he scarred him, so, he does have, prefaces interest in him, knowing he's great, but, I guess it really with him wondering, he'll probably wonder later in the arc, like, what's really great about this Oden? Is it just his strength? Or is there something more to Oden than, something I just didn't see? That's what I personally think that's going to happen, but, hey, that's what I got with this discussion. Actually, wait, I guess I could talk about, I could talk about Oden's strength. Let me, go up to the Luffy and Oden page fight. Here's the thing, I don't think a lot of people realize at this point that I think is plainly obvious. Gear second, gear third. They aren't last resort moves anymore. Luffy can pretty much whip them out anytime when anyone's, slightly not fodder material. That's the thing. This is just, normal combat moves that personally he can use. I don't see why people are, just, having a little worrisome. But, I guess, I don't know. I'm having a feeling how Yamato's strength, or at least compared to Luffy, is, if he has some kind of zone, here's what I'm going to guess, because how it's going to go is Luffy goes into gear third, and then if, Luffy and Yamato fight, and, on gear third, they would have, Yamato would have a little trouble, but it's somewhat like equal footing with Yamato, with, Luffy going full power gear fourth, but then once Yamato, if he has a devil fruit, because he could not, which I would honestly be totally cool if he did not have any kind of devil fruit. Just the only problem with that is, well, it'd be kind of weird because, with the new world, everyone has to have some kind of, devil fruit. I mean, it's fine if, they don't, but it would be kind of weird. But let's just say if he had a devil fruit and, he goes into his zone transformation, which might be mythical or not, and he totally wrecks gear fourth. And, I think that's a very, likely possibility that might happen. I mean, okay, let's put him in perspective of the Beast Pirates. I think he's, I don't know, at this point, he might actually just be, because I'm pretty sure that he's definitely stronger than both Ulti and Page 1 and probably even Black Maria, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like he could even be stronger than, the strongest of the Toby Roppo. And then you got the Calamities, who I'm still thinking Yamato's not stronger than any of the Calamities, but I like to think, at least strength-wise, Yamato is slightly slightly stronger than Luffy. Luffy's like right here, Yamato's like a right here, if you get me. So it's like that they're a fair distance apart, but it's not too bad if you get what I'm saying. Where are we at with time? I think this is a good place to end this video. So yeah, do your typical YouTuber, like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, man, I don't know. Even though I talked for Yamato for at least 20 to 30 minutes so far, I don't know. I feel like I want to make another one, but I don't know what. However, I'm going to figure out how to make more, Yamato content. But until then, I don't know. I gotta think of another One Piece video to do. Hey, got any cool One Piece videos I could do? Because I'm totally not running out of ideas. I mean, maybe I should start, talking about stuff, stuff outside of Wano. Because, even though Wano is the big thing, maybe there are a couple things I could discuss, that's outside of Wano. What else can I say before this video ends? Oh yeah, I got this sweet, awesome Zero shirt. Dude, my God, I freaking love this shirt. But yeah, totally. If whenever someone makes like a shirt with Yamato on it, I'm probably going to get it because that's me. Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's it. But I'll see you next time when Yamato reveals the next truth or place or whatever. I don't know. Man, I really suck at just ending these videos. Awesome shirt. Yeah, suck.